Guys, so it's been 4 hours since I filmed my no crease concealer look. I wanted to give you an update. There's still no creasing, and I chose to use Snapchat because there's no hiding. Okay, it's been 10 hours since I first applied this concealer. I'm getting ready to take off my makeup. Other than the eyeshadow fallout and me touching my face, it's still no creases. Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how I've been preventing my under eye concealer from creasing, and I'm really excited to show you guys this because everything in this video is from the drugstore. You can get all this stuff for under $15, so you can't really ask for anything better than that. I did try it on myself for a couple of weeks just to make sure that it would work from morning to afternoon to evening, and then I also put it on some of the models who I did their makeup the last couple of weeks too, just so I can see if it worked on different skin tones. And it did. So I decided I would sit down and film it, and I hope you guys enjoy it and let me know if it works for you, because I hope it does, because I'll be very disappointed. Alright, see you guys soon. Bye. Okay, we're going to start with our concealer, and today I'm going to be using the Hard Candy Heavy Duty Concealer. It looks like this. This is in the shade Light, Ultra Light. So I'm going to start by putting a little bit of this on the back of my hand. A little bit goes a long way, so you don't need that much, just like a dot. Now, the consistency is like really tacky, which I actually really like because all the other concealers I've ever tried, they don't feel like this. They're kind of like runny, I guess. So then I'm just going to tap some on the back of my finger, and the only thing that I have on my face already is my foundation, and when I put on my foundation I just lightly pat it underneath the eye so I can just get like a light layer. So now I'm going to start with my ring finger, and I'm going to start patting it underneath the eye. And I'm going to bring this down the side of my nose all the way down to right there. And I drag it out pretty far usually. And then I'm just going to let that sit for a little bit. I've noticed a lot of other like YouTubers, they say that you need to blend it out and set it like as quickly as possible, otherwise it'll like dry too fast. But I noticed if I leave mine sit just like a little bit so it kind of soaks into my skin, it's easier for me to blend out. So next I'm going to take my Real Technique sponge, which I believe I got this at Walmart, and I'm going to blend that out. And when you're using a beauty blender or a sponge like this, same thing, you want to make sure you bounce it, you never want to rub it. And then I like to take the rounded side and just go over it again. Okay, you should have that. You can see the difference of this side and how that side's like really highlighted. Next, we're going to be using our e.l.f. blush brush. It's rounded and flat. And then we're going to be using this powder. I swear by this powder. I've used everything from drugstore to high-end powders, pressed powders, and seriously, this is the best one that I have found that prevents like all under eye creasing. I wanted to do it for about 2 weeks to make sure that it was actually working on me. And then when I did makeup the last couple of weeks as well, I also put this powder on the models that I was doing just so I can see if it would work on other skin types, and it did. So, are you ready for it? It is the Cover All Pressed Powder by WetNWild. Now, walking past this in the drugstore, you would never think that something that's like $2 or $3 would work as well as this does. And seriously, like, I really love my drugstore makeup, but a lot of the things I'm scared to use, or I just don't believe it's going to work as well as something that's $20 or $30. But this, people, I tell you, this is the lifesaver. This is in the color Fair. I believe they have a whole range. So what we're gonna do is, it looks like this. So we're gonna take our blush brush and we're just gonna put this in here. I like to do it a couple times so you get like this much on there. Now we're gonna go back underneath our eye just to wet it a little bit. And you wanna kinda look up, don't look down. And then you're just gonna pack this all underneath your eye. And I stopped highlighting, or I guess setting my concealer right here, and not really right here, because I noticed when I set those areas with powder, I get really dry and kind of flaky, and I don't really like that. So lately I've been concentrating like all the powder like just directly underneath my eye, like just as much as where this brush fits. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye too so you can see me repeat the steps. So another concealer that I've been like trading off and on with this hard candy is the Maybelline Master Conceal, and it looks like this. I believe this is in the lightest shade. This is in Fair, and I've been trading off between these two, and they are my favorite concealers right now. I'm probably going to continue to use them until they run out because I do like them that much. And it's nice because it's all drugstore. It's nice that everything that's in this video is drugstore and it actually works. So you could get all this stuff probably for $10. The concealer, the powder, the brush, oh I'm sorry, probably 15 because the sponge I think is like 4 or 5. But you can get all this for $15, and this is gonna last you a really long time because look how big this tube is. And you only need a dot every time you use it. So we're gonna go ahead and blend this side out. It's crazy how intense highlights look on camera. And when I look in the mirror behind the camera, it just looks normal to me. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna take the powder, rub the brush on there twice, and I never knock off any of the excess. So we're gonna go back underneath there with the sponge, and then with the brush. You can kind of see how the powder blends out the highlight too. Well, not blends out, but it doesn't make it as white. Now I do look a little weird considering I haven't put any of my highlighting shades, blush, bronzer, all that stuff, but I wanted to let you guys know how I've been doing my under eye concealer lately, and it's worked for me the past 2 weeks, and it's also worked on the models' makeup that I have done. And when I did their makeup, we started at like, geez, between 5 and 8. They had the same makeup on until about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, because I guess evening, because we were out at the beach shooting. So that just shows you how well it's gonna work as well, considering they were at the beach. It's moist, you know, there's water in the air because you're so close to the ocean, and it worked for them still. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm gonna go run and finish off the rest of my makeup, and I'll see you soon. Bye.